friends. Happy Friday. Welcome to my live. And if you happen to be watching later, welcome to the replay. My name is Robin, and I'm with Robin's Egg Blue Creations, and I'm also an independent designer with Couture. However, tonight we won't be doing any Couture projects. I will be using some other supplies from another crafty vendor, but it'll be a lot of fun. So once you hop on, say hi in the comments. Tell me where you are watching from. Tell me what the weather's like in your neck of the woods, or tell me what you plan on doing this weekend. I'm using an online platform called StreamYard, so I'm live in 3 locations this evening. I'm live on my Facebook business page. I'm live in my private Facebook group, and I'm also live on my YouTube channel. So if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, once the live is over, hop on over there, subscribe, click all the notifications. That way, if I can't ever go live on Facebook for some reason, you can always catch me on YouTube. Also, if you happen to be watching from my private group, if you would go ahead and click on the link in the description of the video that gives StreamYard access to your profile name and pic. That way you show up under your name in my comments and not Facebook user. That way I know who to say hi to. Speaking of saying hi, I see that Jason is watching from the other side of the door, so thank you for hopping on. Also, you can see I now, this is no obligation, no guilt, no nothing, but I am eligible for stars now. So if you feel so inclined to send me some stars, all of the stars that I receive will be donated to the Couture charity that they partner with called Lots of Love. And I hope to be sharing some more of that information with you next week. I see that Miss Amanda is on. Hello, welcome. Good evening. My screen just went really small for some reason, but that's quite all right. So with that, do you want to see some new product that I got, or do you want me just to skip straight to the project? So let me know in the comments. Tell me new, yes, you want to see new products, or heck no, I want to see the project. So just let me know while I kind of get ready. So we're going to be, well, you can't see what I'm doing, but so let me, that's what happened. My camera or my phone quit working. This might pose a problem. That's why my screen went really small. So that might pose a problem. Hold on un momento. For some reason, my phone keeps kicking off. I may have to switch to my phone. Although I don't have a dongle down here. Okay, let's try this again. Except for we need to mute that. Okay. Let's put that back up. Let's see if that works. And we'll switch. Okay. Is that working? Great. Make that bigger so I can see the comments. Okay. So now that I have switched to the overhead, and Jason, since you're watching on the other side of the door, if you happen to see the overhead camera kick off, let me know if I don't catch it. No, I want to save those for another day. Let's just go ahead and get started on our project, because I don't know how long it's going to take. So some of you may have seen me make some beaded garland in the fall. So now I wanted to make some Easter beaded garland. So I have painted some beads. So I have a mint, kind of a lilac, a pink, a yellow, a stained, and some unfinished. So the paints I used to paint these, as I make a big mess, was Purple Petal by Deco Art Americana, Dragon Fruit, which I think is one of their new colors, Sunny Day, and Pistachio Mint. I thought those together were very springy Makes me ready for 80 and 90-degree days. And then for the stained beads, I use, it's actually a wax, but it makes a really great stain. It's actually the same stain that I used on these tags. So that was the paint that I used. I'm going to be using these 3.5 by 6 inch wood tags, and I got these from Essential Stencil, and they come in a pack of 3, and they come unfinished just like this. And they're like 3/8 of an inch, so they're pretty sturdy tag. So I'm using those, and then I have also from Essential Stencil, say that 3 times fast, the Easter Bunny mini tags that coordinate perfectly with the tags. I have a butterfly silhouette. I'm not for sure if I want to use those, but I also have, it's called It Is Finished. So there are some Easter related scripture verses that I think I'm going to be using on one of them. So I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do first. So I think we're going to stencil on the tags first, and then we'll build our tag, or our garland. Gosh, words and sentences are extremely hard these days. So let's open up our Easter Bunny tags. So I have, this one says hip hop. This one is a bunny smelling like you could make it into a daisy or a sunflower. And then this one is a vine with a bunny. So I think I'm going to use the hip hop just because that one's super cute. So I'll use that on one of them. And you could probably, actually we could make these double-sided. So if somebody wanted to use the Easter side for a while, and then you could extend the bead garland with, I could put a butterfly maybe on the back one. Hey Thea, Amanda says Thea says hi. So in this pack, it is finished 4-pack of 6x6 stencils. This one says His Love Endures Forever. This one is It Is Finished. This one says He Is Risen. And this one is For God So Loved the World. So I think I don't know which one I want to use, but I was thinking like, well, this whole thing fits on. So you could put the whole thing on that one. You could do For God So Loved the World, and it fits, the whole thing fits on that tag. Jason even says, hi, Thea. He Is Risen fits completely on the tag. And I don't think this one does, but you could do everything. You could do the verse, and then I bet you could squeeze the Bible reference up top, I bet. I might have to try that one out. So we just have to figure out which ones we want to use. I definitely want to use hip hop. So I'm going to get, and for these stencils, I like to use this artist acrylic. I'm sure it's not high quality artist acrylic paint, but it is a thicker bodied paint. So it's not quite as runny as your craft acrylic paint. And so I like it better to stencil with because it doesn't bleed as much. So I'm just putting it on. I probably got way too much. Putting it on this shop towel. And then let me get some tape out just to secure this tag to the stencil to the tag. So what's everyone up to this weekend? I'm not quite sure how I want to do that. Any big plans? So I think I'm just going to tape it up there at the top. And I'll tape it down here at the bottom. And I think we'll do everything white, and then we'll do the little whiskers black. So I'm going to grab a few more pieces of tape because I know myself. And I'm just going to tape. I'm going to tape off just the edges of the whiskers because I know I will accidentally stencil them if I don't. Okay, so let's get, I'm just running through my stencil brushes here. I think we'll use this one. So I'm going to do all the white. And so when you use Mylar stencils like this, it's nice to use like a thick bristled stubby brush like this. You can get away with those chip brushes, but these little round ones are really nice. So I'm just going to dab a little tiny bit of paint, and then I'm going to offload as much paint as I can so that my brush is almost dry again. And then you can either go around in circles like this, or you can pounce. And I think it kind of depends on the surface area that you're trying to cover, and the little bridges that connect all the inside pieces together. If those are really small and delicate, I like to pounce up and down. Larger surfaces, it's easier for me to go round and around in a circle. Amanda says, we unfortunately will be cleaning the house. That's what we did today. We cleaned it desperately. It needed done. But it looks all sparkly and shiny again. The dogs have been tracking in mud and dirt and if you don't think it's dark enough, you can certainly go back over it with this thin of paint that it's going to dry quick. So about the time that you're finished at the bottom, the top is dry again. And I just kind of go back and make sure I got all the tips of the letters. Okay. So I'm going to remove the tape. Jason says the husband has been tracking in, well, mostly the dogs, but you did track in a little bit today, but no worries. But it's mostly the dogs that have been tracking in mud and dirt. I just wanted to give that a little dry. Now I'm going to go in with this little paintbrush, little stencil brush, and again, get a little tiny bit of paint and then offload as much as I can. And then because these are tiny and I don't want to make a big mess by going around and around, I'm going to try to limit where my brush goes by pouncing it up and down at the whiskers. And in fact, I'm going to lay my finger right there to kind of keep me from going rogue. So there's one set of whiskers. Amanda says she should have cleaned today, but instead took a nap with Oliver. Hey, as a mom with littles, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Did you guys have a restful spring break? Okay, so that one's done. So let's see what we have. Super cute. Super stinking cute. So there's our little hip hop, our little bunny. You could even go in, if you wanted to, with a little bit of paint and a dry brush and dry brush some pink, especially in between that ear. That would be cute. Get that dried. And then for this one, which Bible, Amanda said you had a super uneventful spring break. Christian, you and Chris still had to work. Today was your only day off this week. Well, I love having Fridays off. Well, a Friday off. I don't have every Friday off, but I did take today off. Okay, should we do It Is Finished? I really kind of like this one, For God So Loved the World, because then you could leave it out all the time if it fit your decor. He is risen, or His love endures forever. I think let's vote. I don't know. Well, you guys tell me what you think I should do. For God So Loved the World, His love endures forever, or He is risen. I think this one might be a little, I don't think it matches the spring color decor. It's more of kind of a Black Friday, black and gray kind of. So I think we'll leave that one out. So here's our options, if you can see that one. So we've got these three options. Jason says John 3:16. It would definitely be easier to read on the tag because it would be up and down versus sideways. We could always put He is risen on the back to give each one of them a kind of a evergreen vibe and an Easter vibe. Okay, I think we'll go with John 3:16. I'm just going to kind of hold it up because I can see through the stencil to make sure I've got it mostly centered. I'm just going to steal a piece of tape, just kind of hinge it up here. Okay. Okay, now should we do, I'm just trying to decide now if I should do black or white. Based on this one, do you think I should do the lettering black or white? I see somebody's popped in, but it says Facebook user. Benita, is that you? somebody says white. That might show up better, and it's a little brighter. I think we'll go with white. Okay, so I still have my white brush here. So I'm just gonna offload some more paint. She says, yes, ma'am. Hello, Bonita. Now I know who to say hi to. So I'm just gonna go round and round. Just because this is a larger surface area, it is a little easier to go round and round. Just have to make sure you hold your stencil down so that it doesn't shift while your brush is going in circles. I do sometimes have to pounce to get where some of those little bridge areas are. And to get in some of the corners of the letters, some of those tight spots. And then these little letters down here probably need some pouncing or stippling. Get some more paint. So I'm just going to peel it up and peek. That looks good. So there's what that one looks like. For God so loved the world. Put those to the side. So let's dry that one. Now, do I make these double-sided? Yes, no. What do you think? I guess it wouldn't hurt. It's not like it takes an exorbitant amount of time to make one. So let's flip this one over. And then, since that's Easter related, I do have these butterflies, but I don't know how well it would look. I'll just let you see what these look like. So there's this butterfly. There's that one. And not the whole butterfly won't fit on, but like you could do half of it. I don't know. I don't know if this is. And then there's that butterfly. And then there's this grouping of butterflies, which would be really cute. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Help a girl out. Or we could do his love endures forever on the back. Because I think we can do he is risen on the back of this one. By that one, do you mean this one? His Love Endures Forever or the butterflies? So, I just need to know which one. You may like that one. Or we still have all those butterflies. Yeah, these all have rabbits in them, so I don't want to do this. Okay, so we'll do the butterflies on the back of this one. I do need some more white paint. Jason says he kind of likes the butterflies too, so the butterflies win. Paintbrush is shedding. Okay, so I think I want it about right there. So I'm just going to hinge that there. And then I'm just going to kind of go in a circular motion and get all those butterflies covered. Some of these smaller ones, I am probably going to have to do a little bit of pouncing to make sure all of their parts get covered. They're negative. Get all those inside pieces. There's that one. Cute, pretty little butterflies. I need to find like a little word, like spring or something, but I don't have anything like that. I can look through my, and slide it over just a titch. Well, I didn't see that till I was done. I'll have to look through my Couture stuff and see if I have something that would fit there. Something that says spring. Or just leave it like this. Okay, so there are the butterflies. I kind of like it just like that though. And then we'll bring this one in. And then we'll drop this one clear down. And hopefully that'll leave room to put the Psalm 136 right up there. Amanda says maybe a cross in the space. Ooh, that's a good idea. Benita says a smaller version of the word joy would be great there. I'll have to see what I have. I don't know what I have. Okay, so I'm just truly eyeballing this. Didn't get that on there very well. Okay, so I have white paint. So again, I'm just going to do the same thing. Grab some paint. Pull out all the paint, the bristles that are coming out. And then I want my brush as dry as possible. Jason says, that's a good idea, Amanda. Both Benita and Amanda had great ideas. So I'm just going to use this until my paint kind of runs out. I'm going to grab a little bit more, offload it, and I'm going to turn it around so I can see what I'm doing, so my hand doesn't get in the way. Grab a little bit more paint. Okay, so let's see what we have. That's so pretty. So I'm going to dry this, and then we'll put the little Bible reference on the top. And because our paint is so thin, it dries super fast. Okay, so then I just want to lay this straight so it looks straight to me. And I'm just going to lay this We don't necessarily need this, but it helps. So I'm just going to lay that right over the word forever because that's where I have some blank space in my stencil so that the tape actually sticks. I got way too much paint. That's the only bad thing about these is if you get too much paint, you can't put it back in. In fact, I'm going to drop that down so I don't accidentally stencil where I don't need to. I'm just going to do little small circles so I don't go crazy. I hope I didn't use too much paint. Nope. Perfect. There is that tag, and it's on the back of the evergreen saying. Of course, they're both fairly evergreen. I think I was supposed to do that one, wasn't I? Oopsie. Oh well. Oops. I think they'll both work. I should have put one. Yeah, I boo-booed, but that's okay. That happens. I'll try to get some of this stuff moved out of the way. Okay, so now let's go on to building. You like this side? That one? It's very pretty. So now let's go on to building we're gonna, if you watched any of the flowers or the bead garland that I made in the fall, remember I did some flowers in between them? And so those, I had this hot pink or bright pink bandana, so I cut it into 2-inch circles. And And then I have this is actually a fitted sheet that I'm not using, that I cabbaged onto. And actually, I'm going to put some of the pink on top just to vary it up. So I'm just kind of mix it because we'll put, is it two? Gosh, it's been so long since I made these. I don't even remember. I think I put two together, and then we'll put two flowers together. And even though these are primarily darker colors, if you could see it in person, there's a darker color and then it kind of bleeds out into the lighter color, which actually almost matches perfectly to the beads. Okay. I think I'm confusing myself. Okay, so let's pull our glue gun over without knocking everything over. And then I had these little wooden circles, just rando bag of little circles that I also used this antique wax on. And then I need a pair of scissors. Let me see if I have a small pair in here. I'll try either of these two pairs. We will not be hurting for scissors in this house. Between regular scissors and cuticle scissors, my in-laws had a lot. So now we inevitably have a lot. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I have 8 flowers total per bead garland. I think. That's what I have. I don't know if I'll use all of them. So I have 4 that have the stripe on top. And then I have 4 that have the pink on top per bead garland. So I'm just going to put a small dollop of hot glue in the middle. And then I'm going to put a circle, another dollop. And then I'm just going to put a little wood bead for the fall ones I used buttons, and of course I couldn't find the buttons today, so I did have these in my stash, so we'll just use them. I think they'll be kind of a different look, so that's okay. So I'm just putting that in the center, and then we'll do some cutting, some trimming and cutting to make it kind of raggedy looking. These are they're a bit too round and perfect right now, but sorry, I meant to have some of these done ahead of time, but I didn't. But it goes fast. And we may only make one bead garland tonight. We'll see. Okay, so we'll do these 4 over here. Just a reminder, if you happen to be local to my area, I'm having a Pick Your Project Chalk Couture class tomorrow from 1 to 3. That info is available on my Facebook page. Or if you just type class down in the comments later, I can send you information via message. Soaking through. Bring this paper towel back in, although I'm almost done. Has anybody been to any good movies lately in the theater that you recommend? We haven't been to a movie in forever. It'd be kind of fun to go. Okay, I'm going to leave my glue gun there because we will definitely need it. So the next thing that we need to do on these flowers is to cut little slits to give the look of petals. So it's just kind of like cutting a pizza. I probably should have cut these ahead of time, but or before I glued the circle on, but this will work. So I just did the four pieces, and then I'll go and cut those in half. And over time and over handling the bead garland, all of these will start to fray and get kind of raggedy looking. Let's try my good scissors first. Yeah, oh yeah, these are much better. These are the best scissors ever, and they're like $12 on Amazon. They cut like butter. So I have a set for paper, and I have a set for fabric. And they come in rose gold as well, if you're a fan of rose gold. I'm not. I mean, I like it, but I don't mind. It's not my favorite. So then I'm just going to cut these into quarters to make 8 petals. And again, can kind of scrunch them up if you really wanted to. That gets them all rough looking. You could even do these with paper. I think that would be really pretty, scrapbook paper. Also, mark your calendars for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. April 2nd. I had to count backwards. And April 2nd is the next vendor bingo. Saturday night at 7 o'clock. Doors open at 6. Bingo starts at 7. It's a great way to raise money for local, regional, state, or national charities. All of the prizes are donated by the vendors that have tables set up there. So even if you don't want to go play bingo, it's a great opportunity to shop at different vendors. And then also April 9th from 10 to 4, I believe, it's the CJ's Creative Marketplace outdoor market, and I will have a table set up outside with there'll be other vendors that are also out set up. A lot of the booths that are inside will be set up outside with more wares. So if you want to come see some different stuff, mark that on your calendar. it'll be the first time I'm participating. I'd hoped to have more stuff made, but we'll have a few new things. Get those out. Okay, so now we're going to get our twine out. And I need, actually I'll just use a piece of this, some tape. And I haven't quite figured out what my pattern for my beads are going to be. I don't think I painted enough beads, to be honest. So I just took some tape and I twisted it on the end to kind of make like a needle. Let's move those out of our way. I think we'll start with plain. Just kind of lining these up to kind of check the color out. And I can grab more plain if that. Oops. Because I think I have 10 of those, so. And I think I want to do, so I need beads, flower, beads, flower, beads. Shoot, I don't remember how I did this. Let me look. I need to look and see an old set that I made. I made those in the fall. I don't remember how I made them. I don't remember how many beads and how many flowers. But I'm sure I probably have a picture. Anybody remember? That wasn't far enough. I don't remember. It's not a good enough picture. Maybe I didn't take a set. Here's, so it looks like I had 5 beads. And I may have only had 3 flowers. So that'd be 15. Okay, I think I've got it. So 2, 3, 4, 5. So we may not use. We won't use any of those then. So we'll just do 5. I think that's what I used. I can't remember. No, yeah, 1 plain orange. Yep, 5 beads. And so when you're stringing these, you'll need to make sure that you leave you don't need a big gap, but you need some gap so that you can so that we can put our flower in. Because you'll just, yeah, because you don't want your flowers totally bunched up, but you don't want a whole lot of gap either. I wonder where those this will work. How's everyone doing out there? Have I lost everybody? And if I get the pattern wrong, let me know, because it's easy to do too. So I think we did with green. Jason says he's still here. He's trying to remember how you did the fall ones. Well, luckily I take enough pictures, so I was able to go back and see. Okay, so if I do another 1, 2, 3, do another set, that should be good. So green. These are kind of an unusual color combination, but I thought it was pretty. Sorry, you probably can't see what I'm doing. I knew there was a reason why I painted 5 of each color. Well, 5 of each color per bead garland, so I did 10 altogether for each color. Okay. And you know what? I boo-booed again. This is how I did it in the fall. I only did 1 strand, but then I learned quickly, so I'm just going to take all these off, that it actually, to tie your tassel easier, it needs to actually have a double strand of twine, at least for me, as long as your twine is thin enough. So I'm actually going to double this up. And I'm going to put a piece of tape on the loop to kind of make it more needle-ish. So if you do 2 strands and your twine is small enough or thin enough, it'll make it, trust me, it'll make it a lot easier to tie your tassels on. I learned that the hard way. It may not be quite the same pattern, but it's close. And I hope, I think we can fix that if we don't. Okay, so let me see if I can quickly get these beaded again. Sorry, it's going to take a little longer. Wished I'd remembered that after the first group and not the very last group, but okay. Oops. That's gonna be, yeah, that'd be plenty of room. I have plenty of twine. Benita says, no worries, just glad to see you live again. Me too, friend, me too. I have so many ideas, but I will say, with everything that we experienced, the break and the pause was much needed. Just gave us time to take care of what was important at the time. Okay, so one more set. We were able to spend some good time with my father-in-law. I was able to help Jason out. And we were able to get his house cleaned out and everything, what was left moved back over here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I have way more twine than I need. So I'm just going to move all these back down here, and I'm going to leave maybe at least the width of the little wood circle. Okay, well, that's good. Okay, and we'll move this one down. Okay, so that leaves me room down here to tie a tassel on. And that leaves me room here. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut it off of the ball of twine. And it says you made your family a priority, as you should have. I did. I definitely did. Okay, so I've left a gap for our flowers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue one on one side and one on the other. And I'm just going to sandwich the two flowers in between, or the twine in between the two flowers. So this one I'm putting upside down because it's going to go on the bottom. And I don't really have a whole lot of rhyme or reason to how I do this, but as far as the flowers, let's see if I can. This part I don't remember how I did it, what my strategy was. Okay, pretty good. So I got that one in there. And so because the beads kind of help bunch the flowers up, so it makes them a little more ruffly. Give it a little bit more space. Let's get a multi-tool out. These are a multi-tool from Couture. They are a silicone rubber, so they are hot glue friendly, meaning hot glue will not melt them. So I'm going to use them to kind of help hold that down. And so then I'm going to put, because I put a stripe and a pink on, I'm going to put a pink and a stripe on this side. Again, it does not matter. And then I'm just going to squeeze those two together so that it sandwiches the twine in between the two flowers. So let's space these out a little bit. Then let's put that one underneath. Give this one a little bit of hot glue. So if you want to find some scrap fabric, I would suggest, like this hot pink one, or this pink one was a bandana, just a square 22 by 22 bandana. You can also use fat quarters, which is about the same dimensions as a bandana, but the bandanas at Hobby Lobby come in like every color and pattern imaginable. I like to use bandanas. Benita says, what am I planning on doing with the garland? The colors are really nice together. Garland will be at the outdoor market on the 9th of April. If I can get a few more done, I may have some done for vendor bingo. like, shoot, it might make a nice, fun little class too. I'll have to think about that. It might be kind of fun to make a garland as a class. If that would be something that's up anybody's alley, let me know. So I can certainly get that on the books and get some beads ordered. Oh, I put those, oh well, you can kind of, somehow that got, oh there. Okay, so now we can move on to our tassels. So I just need to determine, you can use either twine as your tassels or you can use fabric strips, whatever floats your little boat. I think I'm not going to use this because I think it's a little too much. I kind of wonder if I should just go neutral because there is a lot of color and just do twine. You let me, you can help. Should I use pink fabric or should I just use twine? I don't know which one I should use. I think there's a lot going on here, so I kind of wonder if just twine would be better. Or maybe that adds one too many textures. I don't know. I kind of keep scrunching those up. I am going to, while you're waiting, or while I'm waiting to see what you think, Jason says twine. I'm going to go ahead and put a knot at the end, each end. So now I have 2 pieces of twine on each end to tie my tassel on. So if you saw me make them in the fall, I only had 1 piece per end and it was really hard. It was quite hard to tie on. Benita says, you're loving the pink fabric, but you agree with Jason twine. Okay. So twine it is. I kind of think it's a little less neutral. Or it's a little more neutral. But yeah. So this is just a Tassel Maker. I think I got it at Joann. And it's adjustable. I don't want to make them, but I guess I can, if they're too long, I can always cut them off. So I'm just making it longer. I like this because it has grooves in each end. That makes it easier to cut the tassel apart. So you just hold it in one end. And then I'm going to count. So that's 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We'll stop there and see what that gets us. So now you need to cut a piece of twine to tie in the middle. Wait. Okay, hold the phone. I think I'm just going to use this. We'll see if it works. So I'm just going to tie this tight. Not too tight because I have broken twine before. So I put it too tight. Okay, so the cool thing with this is, there small scissors? I did. So I'm just going to hold on to this end, and I'm going to put my scissors in that groove, and I'm going to cut. But I'm also going to keep a hold. Now I need to keep a hold of this end. So I'm going to turn it upside down. So cut better. And I'm going to cut through all those layers. That looks like a big old hot mess right now, but so now I'm just going to bend all these down. And then I'm going to use the little piece that I cut off earlier. And I'm actually just going to wrap it. I'm going to try wrapping it. I'm going to leave a little bit so that I can still tie a knot in it. I'm going to wrap it up a few times. So you probably can't see. Try to tie it tight. Okay, so then we'll cut off these really long ones down here. I don't know if I got that quite tight enough. But, yeah. So there's one tassel, and as it kind of sits here, it'll relax a bit. I think, yeah, that works great. Good choice, people. Okay, so now we'll make another one. I'm going to cut off these ahead of time. Okay, so then we're just going to bring our Tassel Maker back in, hold this end, and then cut, and then count to 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And then we'll bring in our other end. Oh, except for that's connected together. Not anymore. Benita says, that's awesome. It turned out pretty. I like I have a thing for pom-poms and tassels. Okay. So again, grab the top. Twine is hard to cut through. And then keep a hold of this end. And then you're just going to bend them down. And then I'm going to wrap this piece around. And I'm kind of pulling it fairly tight. And we're going to tie that. Okay, so then we'll cut off all these weird pieces. And you can go back in and trim up your tassel, but I'd probably let it relax a little bit because this twine is, if you're using twine, it's pretty stiff and all over the place. So here is our finished piece of garland, or beaded garland. They're cute little, oops, I got a little bit more slack in it than I wanted, but that's okay. So there you go. Cute little beaded tassel. Thanks for all your inputs and help. It turned out really cute. Kind of reminds me of Hawaii. It looks kind of like a little Hawaiian lei. Okay, so I'm going to put my glue gun back over here. Get it out of the way. Okie doke. Let's go over a few things, although, oops. Just want to remind you about the Club Couture transfer this month. It is the Farm Words. It is an exclusive 8.5 by 11 transfer. You can only get it by being a Club Couture member or a designer. As a Club Couture member, you do get this transfer along with 3 paste singles. This month is Candy Apple, Eucalyptus, and Storm. So this comes to your mailbox in a cute little packet every month. There is a minimum of 3 months to join, but you can cancel at any time after that 3 months is up. And also, as a Club Couture member, you get $4.95 flat rate shipping. You also get exclusive promos and deals as Chalk Couture releases them. And this month it is, if I can find it, it is the bunny cutout. So if you are a Club Couture member, you can get this Easter Bunny cutout patterns transfer for 50% off. It comes with 4, and actually, I think this is in my new stash that's right here, so I can show it to you. So let's take that off. So you get these 4 bunnies. This one has some text in it: laugh, seed, beauty, plant, flourish, flower. This one looks like it's some florals. There's a bunch of leaves and some kind of abstract florals. This bunny looks like it has daisies and other flowers. And then this one has some more text. So there's 2 standing bunnies and 2 sitting bunnies. So you get this transfer for half off. And it's a size C, which I believe is $24.99. So you get it half off of that. So that's pretty good deal. Also, if you happen to join as a designer this month, the kit costs $99 plus tax and shipping. You get $240 worth of valued products in the kit. You also do receive 40% off of your products as a designer. But if you sign up this month as a designer, you also get the bird cutouts and the bird cutout transfers in your kit. So that is an added $40 to your kit. So that's a pretty good deal. Let's go back to comments. Benita says it would look adorable on a decorative tier tray. It would. You could kind of hang part of it on and part of it off. It would look really cute. It would look cute hanging off of some candle holders. Where else could you put it? A little book stack. I need to make some book stacks. That would be fun. So that was our project for this evening. I'm going to be live again tomorrow at probably either 10:15 or 10:30. That way I can get done in time to get ready for my class. That's tomorrow from 1 to 3. So I will be using the Club Couture transfer tomorrow morning. So if you want to see what that's like, hop on the live or watch the replay. And if you happen to be local, hit me up for some class information and I will get that to you. But I appreciate you watching this evening. I hope you have a great evening. I hope you have a great weekend, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.